We're going to move on down the toolbar. We're going to go to this purple toolbox icon. This is where you're going to find classroom tools, document camera, some of the little individual teaching tool features that are available. Once we click on it, the very first icon you're going to see is Classroom Tools. When you click on Classroom Tools, there's going to be a pop-up on your screen. It's only going to happen the first time you access these, and you're going to allow. From there, you'll see another little pop-up menu show up in the top left-hand corner. This menu are the embedded classroom tools that Newline has provided for their interactive boards. When you click on Instructions, it's just going to give you a preview of 6 different options that they've already created. So right now, if you wanted to say, do you have any questions? You could click on this little guy and he would show up right here. You can move him different places on the screen. At this point, we can't enlarge him, but I think he's great to pop up on top of something. So if you were using a presentation, if you were talking, if you did something on the whiteboard, this wouldn't take up so much real estate to see if any students had any questions or to use this tool. I'm going to click on the X and close our little guy. From here, we're going to go right back to our same tools. We have a traffic light. You can just change the color the way that we've used traffic lights in the classroom. We are good to go. Let's move on. There's a dice roller. What the dice roller does is it gives you the option of up to 6 dice that you can use. And after you choose to roll them, you'll notice that the colors stay consistent. So if you've duplicates, so we have 3 4s, and all 4s are this color. So it's a great way to work on object and number recognition or one-to-one number correspondence, because you can say, okay, find the ones with 4s. You know they're 4s because they're all the same color. We're going to go ahead and close the dice. We're going to talk about a few of the other tools. There is a timer, a stopwatch. There's a spotlight feature. What the spotlight feature does is it highlights something special on the screen. So you can say, okay, I would like us to go to this application. And let's say that this is the one we want to go to just for giggles at the moment. You also have the option down here in the bottom to adjust the transparency. So maybe you have something hidden on the screen. You use the spotlight feature. You slide the transparency all the way over to 100% transparent. As you ask students if they can find something, if they're looking for it, you can slowly adjust the transparency until it's the only thing highlighted on the screen. So this is a great way to pay attention to details, look for specific things, and it's already an embedded tool within our classroom tools on our Newline board. You also have the option to change the shape or size. So if you wanted to adjust it, you can just drag these corners. I'm going to go ahead and click on the door and leave the spotlight. When I do that, it brings me right back to my classroom tools. The next thing we're going to talk about is the curtain. What the curtain does is it puts a very colorful curtain across whatever's on your screen. So maybe you have something exciting or something that you don't want the students to see before you start it in the classroom. Maybe it's a code to access a Kahoot or something. You can come in, have it completely set up the curtain, and then you're just going to click on the arrow, and the arrow is going to open the window, and then whatever's behind it will be revealed. It's a really nice little feature. The last one I want to highlight here in the classroom tools is the spinner tool. The spinner tool, you have up to 12, so you can have up to 12. You can hold down and select the words that are on here and edit them. It will not save. So if you spend all of your time adding 12 names, the next time you open this tool, those names will not be there. So I would probably say, hey, your pear, your blueberry, your raspberry, and save you some time to recreate this wheel every time with your students' information. Once you do it, once you get your information on there, you click the little play sound and the button on the middle, and it will pick a person. And so whoever it picked, it'll pop up on the screen, and you are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and close this one more time. By closing the individual tools, all you do is close those individual classroom tools. This toolbox is still open. If you'd like to close the toolbox, you just click on the door, and it's going to ask you if you want to exit. You do. You want to try something new. We're now going to click back on our little toolbar, go back to our classroom tools, and now we're going to talk about the visualizer. The visualizer is the document camera. I have a document camera set up, so it's going to take just a minute to populate the view, and you'll notice it is looking at a piece of paper. You have the same annotation tools as you have in your whiteboard and in your annotation options. So you can annotate over this image if you'd like. You also have the option to split the screen. So right now I'm having one view. I'm going to click on the split screen. So what this will do is give me the live view. This is my live view of the notebook paper. I can also add images or things that are saved onto my whiteboard, onto my new line board. I apologize for saying that incorrectly. So if you had, I don't know, a screenshot of something you used an annotation tool to take, or if you take a screenshot of something that you used on the interactive whiteboard feature, the drawing feature that we talked about earlier, where we could change the background, you can add that here, and so you can have side-by-side live image and static image. Down here, you also have the option of 4. What that's going to do is it's going to give you the live image in one quadrant and 3 other quadrants that you can add something that is stored onto the computer. These other 3 options are not going to be live and interactive. They're going to be view only. This document camera feature will be the only live interactive feature. Talk a little bit more about the toolbars down here at the bottom. You have the ability to flip the camera, take a screenshot again, and have adjustments and settings that are available to you within your document camera. To get out of the visualizer, remember, we're just going to close that door. So we're going to click on it. Do we want to exit? Yes, we do. Thank you so much. Teacher tools are all going to be on the toolbar in that purple toolbox. That's where you'll find the curtain, the spotlight, your visualizer, and there are a few others that you can investigate later on your own time. But I want to show you some more great tips and tricks to use your board.